Hello and welcome to episode 88 of the Footy with Fletch podcast. In this episode, I'm joined by Adelaide Crows AFLW young gun, Chloe Bown. Chloe was drafted by Adelaide with pick 5 in the 2025 AFLW Draft. Hello, Chloe. Thanks for joining me on the podcast. How are you doing?
Hi, yeah, I'm well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
No worries at all. Thanks for joining me. Now, tell me a little bit about the sports you played growing up.
Yeah, well, I think it was kind of cross country. I did that mostly through primary school and then a bit into high school and then also soccer, a bit of basketball as well. Yeah, and then probably didn't start playing footy till I was like 11, I think.
And I believe as well that you were involved with surf lifesaving. What was that like?
Yeah, I was. I've done that all the way from under nines to under 13s. I did nippers and then I went on to do my bronze after that. That was pretty cool. I think it was a bit of different to all the other sports I was doing, obviously at the beach. But I go down there every summer. I love the beach. So I think it was just a great thing to do socially, but also taught me a lot about, yeah, resilience. And, I had to go out in the cold days, no wetsuit, and yeah, do all the nippers events. So it was a really fun experience.
Was there a favourite beach that you sort of went to with nippers and life saving?
Yeah, it was like the Point Lonsdale beach, like the front beach, and then we'd also go back beach as well sometimes.
Very lovely, that's for sure. So tell me a little bit about your footy journey. How did you get involved with footy?
Yeah, well, like I said, I started at about 11 years old, and I just joined because all my friends were. It was kind of just a primary school team, and I just wanted to play with my best mates. So I went down. It was Q Comets Footy Club. I went down for the first time, and I was only going to do like 5 games that season because I was juggling rep basketball at the time. So I didn't have a lot of time for footy, and then played 5 games that season, enough to qualify for finals. Played finals, and by the end of that season, I was hooked, and I was like, I want to do this. I want to do this now. Like I'm gonna go now to footy rather than basketball. And then yeah, played ever since.
And what was it like to play rep basketball as well?
Yeah, I think it taught me a lot, and to take over to footy, and a lot of the skills were quite transferable. I think it's helped me with my hand skills, and just like, yeah, awareness on the ground, on the basketball field has helped me in footy as well. And then I just love team sports, like the team aspect. You create lifelong friends, from basketball, from footy, which is pretty incredible to be a part of teams like that through, yeah, make friends through sport.
And you touched on it a little bit, but what exactly is it that you love about team sports and being involved with team sports?
Yeah, I think, well, yeah, like I said, just the friends you make from it. And just like also the connection you can build off the field really translates on the field, and being more connected makes you play better as a team, I think. Um, yeah, and I mean, I did obviously do cross country and it was individual, but I felt there was a lot more pressure when it was just individual. But then when I'm part of team sports, I feel like you just play together and you're all one rather than just you individually. Yeah.
And what were some of your highlights from your time with the Q Comets?
Oh, there was so many. I think it was just such a fun team. I think one of them would be winning the grand final. That was so cool. That was probably the best day. Um, yeah, and then probably that one. That probably my favorite. Yeah.
How did joining the Oakleigh Chargers come about for you?
Um, I started playing as a bottom major, and I think I just got picked from playing local level. But it was a massive step up from local level to Oakleigh, and I was playing against like girls that are now starring in AFLW. And in the midfield, I was playing with Maggie, Sarah. Um, so that was an amazing experience, and I learned a lot off them. So yeah, I just loved playing at that level. It was pretty cool.
And 2023 was your first season with the Oakleigh Chargers. What do you remember from your first season?
Yeah, just how good they all were. Um, yeah, just the talent. We were stacked now that I think about it. We did win the grand final that year. So just to be a part of that and learn from those girls and all their experience was awesome. Yeah.
What was it like to also win a premiership with the Oakleigh Chargers?
Yeah, it was so cool. I think that's why I play footy. I love to win and I love to win premierships, and that doesn't happen very often. It's rare. So to be a part of that day, and we'd worked so hard all year and we knew we were in for a good shot, but we showed up on grand final day and really played to our strengths, worked as a team, and yeah, did come off winning in the end, which was crazy.
And in 2024, you played 15 games for Oakleigh, averaging 23.3 disposals and 4.6 tackles per game. How did you find your form in the 2024 season?
I think just was this my bottom age season, sorry?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it was just very new to me. So I think at the start, I was during preseason, I was kind of working it out. But I think I just played to my strengths, and the girls were also, welcoming and supporting me to and believing in me to be able to play with them because they were so good. So yeah, I guess just playing to my strengths and trying to be like who I was playing with.
And in 2025, your draft year, you played 13 games for the Chargers, averaging over 29 disposals, 5.7 tackles, and 4.6 marks per game. How would you sum up the footy that you played in your draft year?
Um, well, I think coming into my draft year, I had a goal of being consistent. So yeah, that was just kind of what I came back to through the season, and I was proud that I was able to put a pretty consistent season together. Yeah, and I think I wouldn't be able to do that without the teammates that I had with me. And they're some of my great friends now, like Bailey, Martin, who's going to be a very high draft pick this year, I reckon. Zara Newworth, who now plays for Collingwood. All those girls, yeah, were just awesome to play with, and they helped me be better as well.
You sort of touched on consistency. What does consistency look like in your eyes with your footy?
Um, I think it's just week in, week out, coming back to your strengths and then keep improving on what you need to improve on. But, you're going to play your best footy when you're playing your strengths. So obviously, all year I was working on, the big areas I needed to work on. But at the same time, I was making sure my strengths could shine. And just with consistency, like you just got to train hard. Like, I guess when you work hard, the results will come. So, yeah, training was just really where I did all the work. And then game day was to show the best I could play. But I think training, yeah, was the place where I had to really work to be able to play a consistent season.
And in 2025, you were named captain of the under 18 All Australian side. How does that sit with you?
Yeah, it was, yeah, pretty crazy, I think. I guess, I look around when I was playing against those girls and they're all so talented. So really, um, yeah, anyone could have got that, and everyone is capable of it. But it was, yeah, pretty cool to be named that.
And you also claimed the Oakleigh Chargers Best and Fairest last year. What did it mean to you to be recognised by the coaches and the people that saw your work week in, week out?
Yeah, it was pretty special. I think, yeah, especially because the that awarded it to me were just some of our biggest supporters through the Oakleigh Chargers journey. Like Ty Vickery, he was head coach and he started when I first joined. So he'd been there through the start when I started playing Oakleigh, and he's just been, yeah, such a great support to me. And he's just exactly what I love as a coach. He gives direct feedback, and that's how I like it. So yeah, he's just an awesome coach. And then there was Tom, who I had in the midfield, and then Chris, who was the forward line coach. They also were, yeah, really, really good to me. And yeah, I can't thank the Oakleigh coaches enough. And yeah.
And what would be the best piece of feedback that you sort of received from your coach during your time at the Chargers? Is there something that sticks out to you?
Um, well, train how you play. I think I got told that in my first season, I think it was. And yeah, I just believe in that so much. I just touched on it before, but yeah, I believe that to be able to play well, you got to train harder, and as you play, you got to train how you play, basically. Yeah.
And in 2025, you also won the Coates Talent League Best and Fairest. How does that sort of feel for you reflecting on that award as well?
Yeah, I guess it came down to having a consistent season, that award, and I had that as a goal for the season. So yeah, it was a special award to win. But yeah.
You had quite a plethora of success during your under 18 season. How does that sort of sit with you as well? Do you go back and sort of reflect on the season that you had last year?
Um, I reckon the season was pretty busy. But by the end, like when we finished up Oakleigh, yeah, I had a bit of time to reflect, and I was proud of the season I was able to put together. But then, yeah, I guess I had a bit of time, a break over the Christmas, and then pretty much I was into moving to Adelaide, so there was a lot on and thinking about, what's next. And then I started with the Adelaide Crows, and I started training, and everything just started so quickly. So those are the last year kind of quickly goes away. You don't really think about it much anymore because there's so much ahead of me now that I have new goals that I'm thinking about now. So, and also just like the talent I've come into and the team and all their successful history. Like, I've went from, the most experienced, like being 18, and then you come in as a new draftee and you're the least experienced and you're just learning off the most experienced players and, yeah, all the other girls.
And we will certainly unpack that a little later on as well. You had a really good under 18 national championships campaign as well. You played 4 games for Vic Metro last year, averaging 27.5 disposals and 5.5 tackles per game. What do you think sort of clicked for you during that under 18 national championships?
Um, yeah, I think it was a very cool experience, and it's hard with 4 games because it's not a long season, or like it's just a very quick national champs to show, you as you and at the team you can put together. Um, I think there was a moment after the WA game, which was the third game we played. Yeah, I think the team probably was disappointed in all individual performances, but just as a team, we didn't really connect. And because we were a talented team, we thought we could have done better than that. So I think after that game, we were all focusing on connection. And I think it's because of that loss we played so well in the last game against Fit Country. So honestly, I think it was important to have that loss and everyone, reflect on their individual performances and how we played as a team and really learnt off it, so we could come back against Vic Country and just really show why Vic Metro should win it, and we did in the end, which was really cool. Yeah, so there are a lot of learnings to take away from that experience.
Who were some of your favourite players to play alongside with at Vic Metro?
Well, I got to say Bailey Martin. She, yeah, is an amazing player. She is like my best mate at Oakleigh, and then she was played as a bottom major in Vic Metro, and then Taylor in the midfield. That was great to just link up with her, and yeah, got incredible hands and a very physical player. So she really tested me at training when we played on each other. Um, yeah, Geordie Allen. I think she's a star in the back line, and yeah, I think she's going to do great things at Melbourne this year.
How exciting would it be if you get the opportunity to sort of play alongside some of those players at AFLW level as well?
Yeah, kind of crazy. Yeah, I guess you see them younger. Like I think I played with Taylor in the under 15s SSV like state thing, so ages ago, and then I played with her all the way through. So if I ever come across her and play on her in AFLW level, yeah, it'd be pretty special because we've come through the journey the whole way through, and yeah, I'm great friends with her as well.
Was there a moment last year where you thought, geez, I'm a chance of getting drafted here?
I think the whole way, like as soon as I started playing footy, um, I wanted to get drafted. Like I had a aspiration to, and then I saw, in my bottom age season, like Sienna, Emma, um, Maggie, and Sarah all go on and get drafted, and I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. And they told me all about um, the lifestyle of an AFLW player when I was in my top age season, and it just seemed so cool. So yeah, every year I was like, that is where I want to get to, and it's yeah. So now, yeah, it was just a dream all the way through.
And you were selected by Adelaide with pick 5 in the 2025 draft. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, it was. I think just coming to such a successful club, their histories, they've won 3 flags. So yeah, I think that's pretty amazing in itself. And just to be able to learn from girls that have played in all those premierships, and um, yeah, it's a great club to be a part of. And now joining it, like the culture is so good. It's such a welcoming and safe environment where you can just be yourself. So I'm loving it. Yeah.
And the Adelaide Crows obviously have a new coach for the upcoming season as well. How does that sort of sit with you to get to learn off another new coach as well at AFLW level?
Yeah. Ryan Davis is awesome. He's very energetic. He gets along with all of us, and he's able to develop a connection with us off the field. So he can demand a lot of us on the field. So I just feel like all of us want to deliver for him and impress him because yeah, he's putting in so much to our team, and we want to do the best for him and for ourselves as well.
How did you find your first AFLW pre-season?
It's it's been hard. It's a lot of hard work, and you're tired a lot of the time. And now that it's a job, like you just it's a dream, but it's hard. It comes with hard work, and but it's just fun at the same time. Um, the girls are, when we're on the track, we're working hard, but when we're off the track, we have fun and we get along. We have a lot of social things outside of the club as well, which, like I said before, I think developing a good connection off the field really helps when you come on the field, and I think our connection is very strong as a group.
And what surprised you so far about being an AFLW player?
Um, I think probably just how tired you're going to be and that it's fine if your body's really sore, and it's just about prioritizing recovery and learning what recovery is best for you. So, like, we have ice bars and hot bars and saunas. So, I've really made use of them over the preseason and still now because, you know, it's it's inevitable that you're going to be sore. It's just how you recover to be able to get back to be able to perform the next training or the next game.
Have there been any areas of your individual game that you've worked on across pre-season?
Yeah, definitely. I think my physicality over pre-season, I kind of was putting on a bit more size, and then my kicking, just my kicking, short 45s, kicking efficiency, and just continuing to work on my hands. Yeah, pretty much every aspect of game I've tried to keep improving. Yeah.
Has there been a particular teammate that's been quite welcoming or helpful in welcoming you to the Adelaide Crows?
Yeah, honestly, the whole team, everyone has just made the move over so much better. Yeah, I said before, just it's such a safe and supporting environment where you can be yourself. And I think you can, when, yeah, you feel you can be yourself, you're more confident on the field. And I felt, yeah, all the girls have been amazing in that. And then I've been so lucky to live with Ebony Marinoff. Um, she's obviously a star on the field, but just learning from her at home, and yeah, she's been so welcoming to me. And then I'll also live with her boyfriend Nick and Lil, who's my other housemate. They're awesome people and they're great fun.
And you mentioned a little bit earlier as well a couple of new goals that you have with your footy. What sort of goals do you have for this 2026 AFLW season?
I think first to play my first game. Yeah, that's probably the goal for the moment. Because that would be, yeah, the dream come true to finally play. And then just to keep improving. I guess when you come in as a new draftee, you just have to soak up every opportunity to learn because there is so much to learn. So just learning from everyone and keep improving on my own game.
It's a big change as well, moving from Melbourne to Adelaide. How did you find that move?
Yeah, I think I didn't think about moving much last year. I was just playing footy, and then when draft night came, I was like, "Oh, so I'm moving." So it kind of hit me then, and obviously it was really hard to leave family and friends behind. But it's been great. They've come up a heap and seen me, so that's made it easier. And then just I touched on before, but like the Crows, the support I've got from them, and then all the girls, like honestly, I couldn't have had a better move. And the support I've got has been, yeah, amazing.
What do you think's been some of the biggest differences between living in Adelaide compared to Melbourne?
I reckon I think just the traffic in Melbourne was actually crazy now that I'm living in Adelaide. Like, there's no traffic really, and everything's so close. Like, it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whereas Melbourne, you could be going 40 minutes for a normal trip. Um, and what else? The beaches in Adelaide. I love um I love the beach. So living by a beach is literally what I wanted to do when I grown up. Yeah, that's probably a couple of things.
Do you have a favourite beach in Adelaide so far?
I love Henley Beach. That's probably my favorite.
And for people who haven't seen you play, how would you describe yourself as a footballer?
I think relentless. Just I'll compete, win or loss, right to the end. But I also think like I'm fiercely competitive as well. But then I'm also calm, I'd say. Um, like I don't get too flustered on the field. Don't get too worked up, I reckon.
And you've described yourself previously as a hard worker. What does being a hard worker look like for you behind the scenes?
Um, well, I reckon just training is where I've just touched on it before, but training is where the hard work really is. And yeah, not only on the field, but also just like what you do off the field, like prioritizing sleep, recovery, rest. You need time to rest. So all those things are going to make you be able to work harder when you need to and when you're on the track.
And as well, you also mentioned that leadership's really important to you. Can you sort of discuss why leadership's so important to you?
Well, yeah, I've been really lucky in the past to have a few leadership roles, and I think they've been so awesome in just helping me discover who I was and how I wanted to lead. Um, and I like to lead by example, so not always being the loudest, but just doing it how I'd like everyone to do it. And when you're a leader, you see people respect that and they'll follow you because they respect you as a leader. But I think just not only with a title, but leadership is just so important for everyone in the team. Everyone can have leadership, no matter who you are, what your title is. And I think when everyone has a voice in the team and when everyone shows leadership, it can create a great culture and a very special team, and teams that can win premierships. I think that way.
And that's a really great outlook to have as well. What are some of your hobbies and interests outside of footy? How do you sort of switch off from the demands of footy?
I love having time with my family and friends. I'm very close with my family and friends as well. And time with them, kind of rejuvenates me. And so those times when I can go home and be with my family and friends is really special. And then surfing, I love surfing, love the beach.
When did you first get involved with surfing?
I think as I was just growing up doing nippers and surf lifesaving, all my friends that I made through that, we would go after surf lifesaving, which is kind of crazy now because it was a big 2 hours of doing all the events and then we'd go surfing afterwards. And we'd just surf for a couple of hours every day in the summer. Yeah.
You sort of mentioned Point Lonsdale in terms of surf lifesaving. Do you have a favourite beach to go surfing at?
At the back beach, Point Lonsdale Back Beach, or Ocean Grove, probably.
Two great beaches, that's for sure. What's something that not many people know about you?
Oh, well, I was gonna say surfing, but now that you probably know that about me, oh, that's a good question. That, oh, maybe surfing. Let's just go with that. I can't think of anything right now.
All good. Do you have any hidden talents?
I was gonna say surfing again. I was gonna say surfing again.
And just
Um,
before we finish, we'll go through a quick this or that. Do you prefer coffee or tea?
Coffee,
Summer or winter?
summer,
The beach or pool? I think that's pretty obvious.
the beach,
Sunrise or sunset?
sunset,
Dogs or cats?
dogs,
Text or phone call?
phone call,
Apple Music or Spotify?
definitely Spotify,
Books or movies?
movies,
And is it Palmer or Palmy?
palmy.
Well, thank you so much, Chloe, for joining me today, and all the very best of luck with your upcoming AFLW season.
Thanks a lot, and thanks for having me again.